Bring this meeting to order, 6:31, Thursday, May 24th. Rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence, please. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Reed, the roll call.
Mr. Bonomo?
Here.
Mrs. DeCosmo?
Here.
Mr. Fume?
Here.
Mrs. Kay?
Here.
Mr. Mahalik?
Here.
Mrs. Scarcella?
Here.
Mr. Szymanski?
Here.
Mr. Van Hoeklen? And Mr. Zola?
Here. I'd like to announce that we had the following executive sessions regarding negotiations and personnel. One was held on May 15th, 2018, and the other on May 24th, 2018. We have a presentation by Ms. Erica Book.
Okay, so the activity report for May 2018 was junior Michael Bradley and senior Gianna Uhas won the Fine Arts Fiesta Poetry Contest. Alice Banks, an 11th grader, has been accepted into the McGowan Hispanic Outreach Summer Program at King's College. Alice will have the opportunity to take non-credit college courses and live on campus in a dormitory for 3 weeks this summer at King's College. She is one of only 20 students accepted into the program. Mrs. Cassis's AP Language and Composition class attended a live performance of Macbeth at the F.M. Kirby Shakespeare Theater of New Jersey on the campus of Drew University in Madison, New Jersey on April 19th. The play was followed by a talk back with the artist, at which time students were able to ask questions of the performers. This is the 7th year Mrs. Cassis's AP English classes have attended Shakespeare performances at this theater. To celebrate April as Autism Awareness Month, the students at the Career Center Classy Corner Cafe under the direction of Special Education Transition Liaison Angela Avilian sold t-shirts. Over 2,200 shirts were sold district-wide. On Friday, April 13th, 2018, students and staff wore the shirts. This was our 4th year doing this event and our most successful yet. The following HOSA winners will be heading to nationals at Dallas, Texas in June. Gold medal winners were Maddie Dura, Extempt Writing, Gina Blaze, Brett Gemmel, Drew Gemmel, Abigail Hartz, Michael Coolish, Megan Llewellyn in Public Service Announcement. Silver went to Destiny Ryan Miller, Exempt Health Display, and the bronze was Megan Fay for a nutrition knowledge test. Logan Buglio and Brandon DeGrossa tied for 2nd place in the Tech Bridge Regional High School Entrepreneurship Final Competition for their emergency home water purification system. Colin Garibosh and Christian English made it to the final competition for their home solar battery recharging system. Skills USA recently attended the state conference in Hershey and competed in 8 different events. Diana Fuentes took 3rd place in culinary arts, and Matthew Brunza took 3rd in HVAC. The following Hazleton area senior football players have been selected to participate in the prestigious Unico All-Star football game. The teams are comprised of the best senior players from the Wyoming Valley Conference, and those players include Matt Brunza, Joey Hatton, Adrian Otero, Tony Reba, Will Strassner, and Josh Zukowski. The game will be held on Friday, June 1st at Wyoming Area High School. Kickoff is set for 7 p.m. Mr. Darrow's employability class has begun to do cleanup around the high school and athletic fields as part of their community service curriculum. They will continue to spruce up the area with various projects when the weather cooperates. The SAD Club hosted 2 great events. On April 9th, volunteers from the Lehigh Valley Health Network brought 4 DUI simulators to the gym for all seniors to bring awareness of the dangers of driving under the influence or distracted. Pathway to Recovery also had a stand at the event to bring awareness of the effects of drug and alcohol on the body. Lastly, Army was at the event to help promote good decisions for the students after high school. On April 24th, Prom Promise was held in the auditorium. Guest speaker Eileen Miller came and spoke to the students about distracted driving. Eileen is a national road safety driving advocate, and she pushed for legislative changes in distracted driving laws. Attorney Chris Lesser was also at the event, bringing awareness to the consequences of underage drinking. Students signed the prom promise to stay safe, make good decisions, and not drink on prom night, and were entered to win some awesome prizes for prom, including a limo, tax rentals, and flowers. Both the boys and girls water polo and swim team earned the National Interscholastic Swimming Coaches Association Scholar Athlete Team. The boys water polo team qualified for silver level with a cumulative GPA of 3.64. And the girls water polo team qualified for gold level with a GPA of 3.77. The boys swim team also qualified for silver level with a GPA of 3.683. And the girls swim team qualified for gold level with a GPA of 3.83. Seniors Megan Llewellyn, Allison Lloyd, Gina Blaze, and Taylor Kashak earned academic All-American status for their achievements in the pool and in the classroom. These are national level awards, and our school will be recognized in a nationally published journal in July. This is our 11th consecutive year for these teams to receive this honor. The following students won the awards at the Penn State Hazleton STEM Research Fair. Alyssa Cassat, Haley Marola, and Daylin Tejita, first place, designing a popsicle bridge to carry a load of 250 pounds. Christian English, Colin Graybosch, and Robert Jackson, second place, designing a removable aluminum frame to support a solar panel on a solar car. This was the 4th year of the competition for the Hazleton Area Academy of Sciences and our first place. Senior Elena Godola won first place at the Hazleton Art League Art Youth Expo and won the Making a Difference Scholarship sponsored by WVIA. Mrs. Stish's life skills class shreds paper on a weekly basis, and the students will donate the finished product to a monastery in the valley, and the nuns use the shredded paper for the miniature horses they raise. And finally, 158 members of the class of 2019 were inducted into the John J. Ravitz chapter of the National Honor Society last night. Thank you.
Erica, could you give us the score of the game?
We won 15-0 against Delaware Valley and are now headed to the district championship.
Congratulations. Good job and good luck. Public announcements and recognition, Mr. Uplinger.
All right, it is my honor to recognize Mrs. Franzosa. There she is, right back there. You can see her. You can stand up, please.
Stand up.
Among the 500 districts across the Commonwealth, Mrs. Franzosa, and the hundreds of thousands of teachers across the Commonwealth, Mrs. Franzosa was one of a few selected to become possibility nominated for Teacher of the Year. When is the announcement going to be final? Of course. So anyway, we have Mrs. Franzosa on pins and needles until December. Along with the district. So congratulations on the nomination. That is fantastic, and I have spent some time in her classroom, and those kids are awesome, and so are you. But we just thank you very much for your participation in that, and congratulations, and we wish you the best come December. Yes.
Okay, I would like to announce that we are removing number 47 from the agenda. So with that said, public comment directed to board items only, items on the agenda.
Taylor Tyrone.
Good evening. Hi, my name is Taylor Tyrone. I am number 66 on the agenda this evening. I have been a long-term substitute at McAdoo Clares Elementary School since the beginning of the year. I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you for the opportunity I've been given, and I've really enjoyed the experience that I've earned there. I hope you keep me in mind for future job opportunities in this upcoming school year. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Pinola?
No, that's it.
That's it. Need a motion to approve the board
Make
meeting
motion.
minutes. Motion by Mr. Pinola.
Second.
Second by Mr. Mahalik on the question. That was for the regular monthly meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
A motion for the special board meeting minutes.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Bonomo, second by Mrs. Scarcella. On the question, Mr. Reba.
All in favor of approving the special board meeting minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion passes.
Motion to approve the treasurer's report for
Make a
April.
motion.
Motion by Mr.
Second.
Bonomo, second by Mrs. Cosmo. Question, Mr. Reba.
All in favor of approving the treasurer's report, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion passes.
Mr. Uplinger.
All right, thank you very much. Under Curriculum and Instruction, Career Center, approve items 1 through 12 with one motion.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Bonomo,
Second.
second by Mr. Mahalik. On the question, Mr. Reba.
All in favor of approving items 1 through 12, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion passes.
On page 3, Special Education, ESL, Alternative Education Committee Agenda, approve items 13 through 21 with one motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Zola, second by Mr. Bonomo. Question, Mr. Reba.
All in favor of approving items 13 through 21, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion passes.
Mr. President, may we add the extension of the, somebody help me.
The special education attorney.
Thank you.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
thank
could
you.
do that. Would you like to do that now or wait till the end of it?
Just because it falls under special education, that would
Yeah.
be,
I'll make a motion on that.
thanks.
The
Okay.
motion, recommend board approve the renewal agreement with Attorney Angela Evans for a one-year period.
Motion by Mr. Bonomo and second by Mr. Mahalik.
Zola. That was Mr. Zola, I'm sorry. For the record.
For the record. Public comment on this item, because it's a new item. Anyone wish to speak on it? Okay. Mr. Reba?
On the new motion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion passes.
Thank you, Mr. Mahalik. On, continuing on page 6, English Language Development ELD, approve items 22 and 23 with one motion.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Bonomo
Second.
and second by Mr. Mahalik. On the question, Mr. Reba?
Items 22 and 23, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion passes.
Page 7, approve items 24 through 30 with one motion.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Mr. Zola, second by Mr. Bonomo. Question, Mr. Reba?
All in favor of 24 through 30, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion passes.
Excuse me, I think our food service department should be recognized for the great job that they do with this program, number 24 there. There's a lot of needy kids that get to eat in the summer that probably wouldn't, and I think they do a great
Yeah.
job with it, and I thank them for their
Absolutely.
great work on that program.
Great
Agreed.
job.
Agreed.
Yes, thank you very much. It's very difficult to get everything put together. It's a very busy time of the year, and but we do provide that to our students, and it's a fantastic opportunity for them. Thank you, Mr. Szymanski. Page 8, under Transportation, item number 31, recommend board approve the
Motion.
following.
Motion
Second.
by Mr. Bonomo and second by Mrs. DeCosmo. On the question, Mr. Reba?
Number 31, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
No.
Any opposed?
No.
Ayes have it, noting Mr. Zola's no and Mr. Mahalik's no vote.
Under Security,
I,
oh,
I'm
I'm
gonna
sorry.
vote no on that too.
Okay.
I'm gonna vote no also.
We
On
could
item-
pull,
item 31,
I mean, we
I'm
could
voting
pull them
no.
out if you want. I mean, we could vote individually.
Well, we have a no vote for Mr. Bonomo, Mrs. Kay, Mr. Mahalik, and Mr. Zola.
Would you like to pull each name, or?
Can we vote individually then? Mr. Solicitor? Of course. Okay.
We're gonna go back to the vote and approve individual
So,
drivers,
Mr.
Pull
President,
each
could we call it AB, ABC?
ABC. Okay,
Okay, so,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Can we use the same motion in second? We'll just do a roll call on 31A, B, and C. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, 31, A, B, and C. Mr. Bonomo.
A no on C.
Mrs. DeCosmo.
Can I abstain from this because I have no reason as to why they're voting no or yes on this? I don't know the reason for it.
Could pass.
Can I pass?
Should abstain.
Can I pass or abstain from it? Pass from it? Okay.
Mrs. K.
No on C.
Mr. Mahalik.
No on C.
Mrs. Scarcella.
I'm going to be like Linda because I'm not sure why we're not voting on this. I'll pass.
Mr. Szymanski.
No one C?
Mr. Zola.
No on C.
Mr. Fume.
No one see.
Would you like to vote, or?
I don't know what the
Okay.
reason
I don't
is.
either.
Well, C did not pass, A and B did pass.
It failed anyway.
Okay, that's okay.
Under security, approve items 32.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Bonomo.
Second.
Who made it second? Mr. Zola on the question? Mr. Reba.
Numbers 32 and 33, all in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion passes.
Under technology, item 34, recommend board approve the purchase of one-year extended service contract for Cisco Unified Communications at a cost of $8,370.67 from Integra One. Pricing is through the CoStar state contract. Contract dates are June 1st, 2018 through July 1st, 2019.
Do we have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Mr.
Second.
Szymanski, second by Mr. Mahalik. Questions?
Oh, is this like for one delivery? Is that what's going to happen? Is this, or is, Bobby, or is this just pricing? Okay.
Any others? Mr. Reba?
Number 34, all in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed?
No.
Ayes have it, noting Mr. Bonomo's no vote.
On page 9, under student activities, athletics, and extracurricular,
Motion on 35.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Bonomo, second by Mr. Mahalik. Question? Mr. Reba?
35, A through L, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion passes.
under facilities and capital projects, approve items 36 and
Motion.
37.
Motion by Mr. Bonomo,
I'll second it.
second by Mr. Szymanski. On the question? Mr. Reba?
Numbers 36 and 37, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion passes.
Under finance, approve items 38 through 55 with one motion.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Bonomo,
Second.
second by Mrs. DeCosmo. On the question?
If I could, President Fume, just so we could spell out what's occurring on 46B before the board votes. 46B, the recommendation will be coming for a 49-month lease, Jay's Business Systems Incorporated, assuming the following conditions: unlimited black and white photocopies, and the paper cut support will be for the entire 49 months of the lease for the cost of $12,246.91 per month.
Any questions?
Is there like an
Thank you. I had
addendum in
if-
case
if
they
that
don't
does not-
accept that?
If they are not able to meet that requirement, we would be going to the next proposal, which is Fraser's Advanced Information Systems, again for a 49-month lease in the amount of $12,148.21.
Just get back to Bob. Yeah. Any questions? Mr. Reba?
Okay, numbers 38 through 55, again excluding 47. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion passes.
On page 12, under bills, recommend the board approve the bills. Number 56.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Mr. Bonomo.
Second.
Second by Mr. Mahalik on the question. Mr.
Was
Reba.
there,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry, was
Go
there a
ahead.
cap on the Schrader Group's, cost when we first brought them in?
Their feasibility study work is capped at, I believe,
45.
45,000.
45,000.
Oh, 45,000?
Yes.
Yes.
So we're halfway with this group of bills,
And,
because it's a little over 21.
and if they do get the work, that will get credited
away.
back.
Right.
So we're paying it up front, but we'll get a credit if they design anything from the feasibility study.
Mr. Reba?
56, A through H, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any
No on
opposed?
H.
No on H.
And no on B for me, but Tony.
Ayes have it, noting the 3 no votes.
What was the third one, Tony?
None.
Mr. Bonomo, no on H.
Mrs. K, no on H, and Mr. Zola, no on B.
Thank you.
Replier?
Continuing on page 12, superintendent's agenda, approve items 57 through 74.
Motion by Mr. Bonomo.
So moved.
Second by Mr. Zola. On the question. Mr. Reba?
Numbers 57 through 74, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion passes.
On page 14, approve items 75 through 87 with one motion.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Bonomo.
Second.
Second by Mrs. Scarcella. Question?
How are we gonna do, Brian? I mean,
It's difficult. Kelly Education Services has increased the amount of services that we have student or substitute teachers in the district. The leaves are difficult for us because there's such a long period of time. Yeah, we do the best we can. We've been utilizing teachers as we have in the classroom, taking their prep periods and utilizing those as coverage periods as well.
Mr. Reba?
Numbers 75 through 87, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion passes.
Page 15, approve items 88 through 96 with one motion.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Bonomo. Second?
I'll second.
Mr.
Number-
Szymanski on the question.
Yes, on number 96, the closing of the 4 swimming pools, I vote no.
Obviously, that's a very tough decision, and I don't think anyone here, I know myself, don't want to see that happen, but,
Yeah. I understand that they need the room. I do get that. But I think it's a Band-Aid, and through the years, the children in this district have lost a lot. When the high school was built, we were supposed to have intramurals, and that didn't occur. Junior high basketball was taken away, and now I see this. And they do propose that they're going to use the Y and Penn State. However, I don't know if that's going to come through. And I'm also concerned, and I brought it out at the other meeting, that while they are gaining classrooms, I would hope that the classrooms now that are overcrowded, they would use that space for it. But I also am afraid that they'll just throw more kids in there, and we'll be back into the same predicament that we are now. And I know it's a difficult decision, and I was torn between it, but, and I know not all schools have the pools. but I just see it's something else that's taken away from the children in our community.
It is a
So,
difficult
that's
decision.
my
I'm
decision.
also torn on that. Anyone else? Mr. Reba?
I'm gonna do a roll call vote, numbers 88 through 96. Mr. Bonomo?
Yes.
Mrs. DeCosmo?
No, on 96.
Mrs. K?
No on 93 and 96.
Mr. Mahalik?
No on number 90 and number 96.
Mrs. Scarcella?
Yes.
Mr. Szymanski?
Yes.
Mr. Zola?
No on 93 for the reasons I gave at the prior.
Mr. Fume?
Yes.
Ayes have it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can I change my vote?
Sure.
I'm sorry. I was not paying attention, or I was, but I don't know why. I just wanted to vote no on 93. I'm a yes for 96. Sorry.
It's okay. So I think everything passed.
Yes. I do have one more motion to add this evening, and it would be to motion to for the approval of settlement of tax appeal of Hazleton Area School District versus Cargill as discussed in executive session held on 5/24/18 at 5 p.m. and approve Attorney Ray Wendelowski. Thank you.
I make a motion.
Motion by Mr. Benoit.
Second.
Second by Mr. Mahalik. Anyone from the audience wish to speak on this item since it's a new item added to the agenda?
Can we ask Attorney Slusser to just give a little?
Sure. So this is a tax appeal matter regarding a parcel of property that Cargill purchased from ADM. There was a very large discrepancy between the value that was on the deed for the parcel at the time of transfer that resulted in an appeal and a board decision that dramatically changed the value of the taxability of the parcel. The district filed a reverse appeal challenging the assessment of that parcel, and this is a resolution of that claim to the benefit of the school district with a result of a substantial increase in tax dollars recognized to the district on a yearly ongoing basis that we will continue to recognize into the future.
And that was explained to us at executive session, but I thought it was important for the public to hear it.
I
as
agree,
well.
Mr. Zola, you're right.
Absolutely.
We're often in these, I'm often in this
you know
position
what?
asking you to approve settlements that
gonna
result
continue
in
to-
loss of tax
This
money,
board.
so it is.
This one was a gain.
It's nice to report that this is a gain to the district.
Yes. Oh, on the question, anyone? Mr. Reba?
On the new motion, all in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion passes.
Mr. President, if I just may take a moment, I know Erica, our student, before mentioned about the prom promise that was hosted on, I think it was April 24th, a great event, very serious event, for our kids just to understand the dangers. I think sometimes, at this age, our students might think, nothing's going to happen to us. So I just want to give a very big thank you to our solicitor, Mr. Slusser, for sponsoring this. There was quite a few gifts to motivate the kids and to keep them thinking. So I know Mr. Slusser's, you didn't have to do that, and you didn't look for praise. You didn't want praise. In fact, your name hadn't even come up until tonight. So I thank you on behalf of all the students and of course, the district.
Thank you, Mr.
It's
Slusser.
my
Great
pleasure
job.
to be a part of that very valuable program, and I look forward to it every year. I think this is our 5th year that
Great.
we've done that. It's a wonderful program.
Yes, absolutely. Anyone from the audience wish to be heard? Mr. Pierogi Joe?
My name's Joe Stanavich, lifelong citizen for 69 years for the city. I do have a question, if it can't be answered tonight, it's okay. My question is I only came to a few meetings, But is there a meeting that I would attend to get like you did here, what your expenses are and your income and expenses are, and I tie to that, a copy of it?
Oh, you're certainly entitled to that.
Public budget
Absolutely.
What meeting would it be that I could get a copy of that?
We can provide it to you.
just provide
We
you
can
a
just
copy.
provide it to you. Unless
Oh.
you certainly want to come to a meeting.
Well, I
But
like
yes.
coming. You guys are doing a great job, and people, they should name this town, instead of Mob City, they should make it Rumor City. I grew up, and we all did. But now, I think it's more rumors. They don't know how good you're all doing for kindergarten through high school, and especially the STEM. I never seen their school yet. Thank you. Thank you.
Ask and you shall receive.
Can't be better than that. I can eliminate a lot of rumors now.
There you go.
Thank you for
And we
what you're
appreciate
doing.
you eliminating those rumors.
Thank you for
Good
doing
luck
what
with
you're
that.
doing. I know you don't have blank checks. If you did, you would have done it already, what you'd like to do.
Yes, sir.
You might not understand that. You might want to call Bobby.
Yeah, if you do have any questions, please give us a call.
Anyone else from the audience? Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion by Mr.
Second.
Bonomo, second by Mr. Mahat.